Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, September 16th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with injury news. Thunder Rosa is back on the shelf, although only reportedly for a few weeks. Rosa revealed on Busted Open Radio that she has sustained a concussion and is taking time off to recover. Said Rosa, quote, "If you feel like you have a concussion, make sure you stop. Don't get in there, it's not worth it," end quote. Thunder Rosa's last match was a four-way with Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and Queen Aminata on the August 30th episode of AEW Collision from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Prior to returning to action last December, Rosa had previously been out of action for 16 months. In more AEW news, Tony Khan presented a match between AEW wrestlers which took place yesterday prior to the game between his Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Sammy Guevara and Hologram defeated the Beast Mortos and Matt Taven at Flex Field, the Jaguars' indoor practice facility adjacent to Everbank Stadium. The match was presented in recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.